of the president is not a solution to the problem, because before you fix the citizens, until you fix the citizens, you've not fixed the leadership problem in Kenya. Otherwise, you would remove Ruto. Then you would have somebody like Waiti to become president. You know, he would have the worst of the worst become president, because the electorate has not changed. You've only changed the president. So what do we also do about that? The fact that the electorate itself is not sufficiently educated in terms of civic education in readiness for a revolution. Because if you look at other countries where there have been revolutions, you realize that you can actually remove a president and put a worse one in power just because of the population not being emancipated or properly civically educated. So what do we do about that? That's a very important thing that we need to think about.
Yes, you ask a very critical question. First is, when we talk of revolution, revolution is people's power. And if people can revolt, those are people that they already know what they want. And when we talk of civic education, when we start coming to the streets, there are people that, yes, they have the knowledge that this regime is not working, we have poor leadership, but now they will ask you, what can we do? Hakuna kitu tunaweza kuwafanya. Wacha tu waendelee bila tafanya. Mungu ako na sisi. So those voices about they are hopeless. But when we say no, this revolution, this regime tunaweza kuondoa sababu we have the power. About kuwa ati tukiondoa, when we say we are draining the swamp, of course katika revolution tutakuwa sisi wenyewe si kitu ambao ni rocket science, kwamba tutakuwa na council na tuseme kwamba we can scrutinize these people. And of course itakuwa sasa we have everything new system ambapo ni kama tunaanza inch fresh. Tunasema kwamba these people we are scrutinizing, sio tu kwamba tunaletewa wanawekwa katika system ambao hiyo system imekuwa reset na different powers, ambao kama hii system za kuscrutinize our leaders ingekuwa inafanya kazi, we could not be having William Ruto. So that is to tell you that those systems are not working. Tuko na Kithure Kindiki ambaye hata amepitishwa shortcut. Now tukiiri tuwaondoe, tutengeneze kama ni national council ya watu kama ni 100, then sasa tuseme kwamba we can even have a transition for like 5 years or even 3 years, as we are now restructuring our country and restructuring the old systems. But ikiwa tutakaa tukisema kwamba hata tukiondoa, those are narrative ambayo inapushiwa na NIS na this government propagandist, wanting to make us be hopeless, kwamba sasa mkimwondoa Ruto, after mwondoa Ruto what do you mean what? Ruto leo Mungu akiamua kumuita haimaanishi kwamba nchi itakufa. Nchi lazima iendelee. And of course nasema hivi sababu yeye pia ni binadamu. Mungu anaweza muita kila wakati. Magufuli aliitwa na Mungu na Tanzania ikaendelea. So hatuwezi kukaa na kusema kwamba ati sababu sasa wacha Ruto akuwa hapo because hatujui tunaweza kumweka nani. Sisi kama tumeamua kwamba hawa watu viongozi wafanye vizuri, I'm sure kwamba tukimwondoa, we already know the kind of leader, the kind of person that we want. We have 55 million Kenyans. You cannot tell me that out of 55 millions, we don't have good leaders with integrity, people who are accountable, people who are transparent, people who are human, people who have sympathy, people who respect life. We have a lot. These goons are very few. This greed is selfish. They are very few.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Fabish. I have to let you go at that point. Dr. George Wanjobi, I don't know whether you're ready to take it away. Dr. George Wanjobi. All right. I can't hear Dr. George Wanjobi. I don't know whether the rest of you can hear him. Give me 100 if you can hear him so that I look for another device.
No, he's not speaking. Do you hear me?
All right, Dr. George, we can't hear you. I don't know. Let's let him fix his internet first. Next, just speak up.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Dr. George, we can hear you now.
Okay. Hey, very well. Good evening.
Good evening to you. How are you? Sorry, I seem to have lost him again. Dr. Darwin, are you here?
Yes, I'm here, Morava. You can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Please proceed.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And first, I want to appreciate your efforts for the civic education and making what looks hidden to come to the glare of light. It's very important to put in context when you talk about corruption. Then it's very important to put in context on what really is ailing us and the trips you've been making around. I saw what you did in Kwale. Very, very important. We can now put to perspective. I'm a health worker. I'm a doctor, an orthopedic surgeon working in a hospital in Rift Valley and TRH, and I would also want to just add a piece of healthcare deliverables in this conversation, because it's a framework that has really been collapsed in the past over 8 weeks. So there was an introduction of SHIF and SHA, which came to replace NHIF. And it has been the most traumatic and sorrowful time for the patients I've ever seen. We began by unannounced deaths. People would come to hospital, and it will be like NHIF is now in transition. You have to pay money. And
listen, are we there? I've been
yes, we can hear you. No, we can. It's Dr. Darwin is speaking. You can wait. Dr. George. Dr. Darwin is speaking.
Yeah. Hey, thank you very much.
So I've muted Dr. George's mic. Just proceed.
Okay, thank you very much. So we've had a really trial time. We had to suspend theater lists, and you see what makes this thing even worse. We cannot have politicians campaigning for SHIF as if it's a political party. We are not having healthcare workers giving it a thumbs up. The people who are supposed to glorify the new health system are not talking about it. We only see it in podiums of politicians, and it means that there is everything wrong about it. It is gaining a taste of the BPI, and it's gaining a taste of the Huduma number, forcing a healthcare system that is first very oppressive. They say that this healthcare system is for Kenyans, for indigents, but let me tell you, if we have lost indigents already because of this healthcare system, then it means it is already from the time the word go. The processes that people are undertaking in order to receive it, the terms of receiving, let alone look at the transition. The private hospitals, they are being owed billions of money by NHIF. The transition is happening. We are at a verge of right now. We are at a verge of really losing it. So we've had a serious trouble in the healthcare spaces when it comes to delivering healthcare system to our people. And allow me to say this as I even wind up. The politics of tribalism that this country has dwelt on, and the politics of marketplace. That means whichever politician is there for sale, they are easily buyable. It has denied us the right to get the good people who can oppose this thing from the podium. Now we are having people clapping for a healthcare system that is superseding, is giving an oversight of death. If you have a relative, if you have a mother, father who's at home, we know our old populations are suffering from these diseases of hypertension, diabetes. Some of them are arthritis. They have arthritis. We are seeing a lot of people getting into kidney disease, and we are having people also coming to hospital to get chemo and radiotherapy. If these systems are disturbed, then there is nothing more other than to just just collapse this system. So we have to first. I want to join in the other voices that we have to resist this government. We like Moi University. Just take a case example of Moi University. The same Mandago who came and told Airo to go away